In this video, I'm going to show you a great little tool I found the other day, and it is for creating your social media images. Now, in the past, I've always been a big supporter of Canva, and I still use the templates, but after using this here for a couple of days, I can actually see that this is probably a far better tool because you can actually generate your social media images in a matter of seconds, and you can generate them, you can upload them, move on and create another one. In fact, yesterday I think I created maybe 3 social media images in probably a minute. It was just so fast. I just turned them out one after the other. So to find the tool, if you go to pablo.buffer.com, now from what I've seen, they actually have a Google Chrome extension. If you just come over to Google Chrome and search for Pablo, you can find the extension, but I am just on the website itself. So for example here, if I wanted to find a background image, now all these images seem to come from Unsplash. I don't know if they use Pixabay, but it seems to be all free images, so you don't have to worry about pricing. So for example, if I wanted to do maybe a social media image on writing, I wanted to kind of write in themed background. So let's say I wanted to use this one. It's just a matter of clicking on it and waiting for it to load up here. Now when it does, I can simply double click in the text box. I can, change the text to whatever particular font I want. I can bold it, I can change the color, I can do the layout, like normal, like you probably would with Canva. But what is really useful here is you can actually click between the different sizes. So for example here I have the Pinterest kind of long layout, I have the kind of general social media kind of image size, or if I want to do maybe particularly one for Facebook or for Twitter, here is the kind of horizontal image that looks well on those sites. So let me see if I wanted to then, the next one I want to change then maybe is to contrast the back. Maybe I want to blur this image slightly. So what I can do is I can select this one here. Or maybe if I wanted to do maybe change the contrast altogether, I can do heavy blur, I can do light contrast, or maybe I can add a tint to the image. So if I wanted maybe a red tint on the image, I can do that. As you can see here, it changes. So I'm just going to go back to the general size just so you'll be able to see it better. Now, for example, here, if I wanted to, I can move this text anywhere I want on the image. If I want to add a quote to it, it's just a simple matter of clicking on these little arrows here. Now, I don't know how many quotes they have in their database, but you can just keep clicking and clicking until you find maybe a suitable quote for your image. And then if you just scroll down here, you can insert your logo or your graphic. Now, another thing you can do then too as well, you can add maybe a header to your image. You can actually, maybe if you haven't got a logo, you could actually do a caption or something at the bottom, so you could actually mention your domain name at the bottom of the image or whatever it is. So the best thing I like about that, once you have it done, it's finished. I'm just going to pull down here so you can see better. I can do the share and download. So what I can do is I can download it either to my desktop, or I can send it to Twitter, send it to Facebook, share it on Instagram, or if you have a Buffer account, which I highly recommend you should have for social media images and all those stuff, is to use the Buffer app. And again, you just a matter of clicking it. I think I created maybe 3-4 images yesterday in a minute, and it was just a matter of create an image, add a quote, Buffer. Create an image, add a quote, Buffer. And I was just churning them out in in no amount of time. I couldn't actually go this fast on on Canva because you can't actually send it straight to the social media accounts. You have to download it and then upload it. So that's what I like about this tool. Everything is here in one easy place, and it's all totally for free. You may have bought maybe software packages or some kind of tool maybe that's in the cloud or something like that to do all this. But again, if you just come over to Pablo, just pull this up here so you can see better. If you just come up to pablo.buffer.com, you're going to find this great tool here. And, again, as I said, I thought Canva was really good, but this one here is actually even better. And, it's totally free. All the images are free, and, you can add quotes in a matter of seconds, or just double click in the text box and put your own images up. And it's so easy to use. If you find maybe that creating your social media images is taking a long time to do, I highly recommend you come over to Pablo and create your images over here. So again, as always, if you enjoyed this video, a couple of clicks on the social media buttons below would be really, really appreciated. Share this with other people. I'm sure somebody else would like to see this video too. I'd say it would help them out and save them some money, and maybe, get them back some time in the day that they're creating all these social media images. So as always, thanks for your time today, and take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.